Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today I'm going to be putting together a build recommendation. This one it's a very vague recommendation, to be fair, but Emilio Gil on YouTube had requested that I essentially do the charge challenge again. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the exact same rules, but the idea being that he wanted to see me do a run consistent of all charge arcana. And by charge, he means things like, Aqua Breaker, Raging Inferno, yada yada yada. So, I think I am going to... Alright, so... this would be a good time to play around with Phantom Order again. Well, actually no, I think I'm going to go with my original idea and use Frost Feint. As far as which charge arcana to use... so the wind one you can't actually do that with. Can't do it with Violent Thornstorm either. But here you get both Shock Nova and Ball Lightning to do that with. That's funny. But I think I am going to go ahead and go with Aqua Breaker, and then... pardon me. As soon as I can find it. Yep, Furious Tempest. Then we got that, and... I don't know. Which of many decent... Please... do I want to do that? Well, this gives us kind of a wind ice thing going on, which I'm generally pretty okay with. As far as what relic to begin the run with, I do not have a good one for that. I suppose the best thing to do is just pick up something that'll offer more and more as we go along. I didn't even look at the defensive or other ones, so let's quick see if there's anything here, aside from fairies, that catch my attention. I mean, there are plenty of things here that I like, but I think starting with Merchant's card is probably the best idea. As far as Robe, I know it's real easy to be like, oh, he's just gonna start with the yellow one, cause no. I think reducing cooldowns is probably the best idea that I can start with, and there we go. That's how we're going to be starting our charge mechanic build. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me where I start, so we'll just go. Now, I need to remember that for those that want to skip me putting the build together, that I need to set up the timestamp for about 4 minutes. Thank you. Oh, I love my Sub-Zero clones. Oh, you son of a bitch. And that is exactly what I wanted. Woohoo! Now, this is probably something that I said when I first did this as a Wizard of Legend Discord challenge. Obviously, rules are a bit more lax this time around, thank goodness. But a good thing to remember is that you do not need to hold these charge arcana all the way until they're fully built up. Ooh. It was like the first time in a while that she's decided to be like really helpful. Like sometimes the only you don't have much of an option aside from to just let it rip. I am not taking that. Sorry, sometimes you don't have an option but to let it rip part way. My aim was off. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Because you just need some sort of hitbox on the screen rather than just sitting there holding your proverbial X-Buster. So keep that in mind as you're going. You're not always going to have the opportunity to sit there and just hold the charge forever to build it up. Sometimes you just need to hit the button and let it rip. But that's another thing that I rather... Like, I have a soft spot for arcana that are, for lack of a better word, modal. Ones that have multiple different uses. Like, if there's an arcana out there that has different ways that you can utilize it, I'm all for that. Sparkling ice flows nicely, I'm happy to say. I do need to plan a trip to the grocery store because I'm almost out of my sparkling ice. Hey, Dark Sage, why didn't you just use the portal to go to the... Shut up. Shut up. Excellent. As far as the robe choice, I went with the cooldown robe because you want to have as much uptime with charge arcana as possible. Like, I find that to be more important than just holding for damage, or just going for damage, I should say. And a lot of that is because of how much time you're going to be spending just holding the arcana instead of just randomly firing it off. It just makes more sense to have a bit more uptime, so you don't have to be worried about whether or not you can actually attack now. But there's arguments going for that whatever direction, so don't feel as though there's only one right answer to that. Because the other good answers for... Well, frankly, the best answer for any build recommendation is whatever you feel comfortable using. But were I to offer recommendations for the Arcana, or for the robes that I think are best for this Arcana set, outside of Tempo, I would also recommend Hope. Awe, of course, is pretty much good at any time. Well, I am throwing a lot of things, so I'll grab that. I mean, pretty much those are the other two choices I would go with. Like, if I'm not going to use Tempo, then I'm going to use either Hope or Awe for a build like this. Because if you want to build up your offensive stats, then, or rather than your cooldown stat, then these are very much rapid hit Arcana, and it's hard for me to not recommend a build that goes for either critical or just straight up balance. Fire and lightning. See, I already have water Arcana, so I don't necessarily need to get another water Arcana. And for lightning boys, it would be good to have earth. Just not 100% sure I want that to be Stone Seekers. I don't know. I'll have to think. Let's see. And considering the percentages, there's probably one more combat chamber to earn a little bit of money with. And it's likely... Oh, hi, Doctor. Alright, so let's go ahead and clear this, see if we get a freebie that we can put towards that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Mook. Alright, so instead of taking any of these, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this to Dr. Song and see what she gives me for donating to her studies. Elixir of Might. That is amazing, and thank you very much. Excellent. I'm loving it. There's no stopping me and Matron helmet and my very awkward Mag Sphere Arcana. Yeah. What you gonna do? Alright, so I have Aqua Breaker, and even though Frostbane is going to be hard to use against Seal, I imagine it'll still do pretty decent damage. So I like how clearly visible Mag Sphere's area of influence is nowadays. That's nice. Alright, so the obvious thing here that we're probably going to want is the Lotus Frost Stone. And it's pretty early in the floor, so I have no qualms about taking it. So in case you're wondering what exactly Mag Sphere is doing, it's essentially a beautiful projectile defense. And there you can see what the issue was trying to hold a charge arcana when you have multiple enemies around that are super aggressive. Don't be afraid to just let that charge rip. That is one of the weaknesses of doing a build centered around charge arcana. And incidentally, Mag Sphere actually helps out with that quite a bit. There we go. I keep getting hit by really dumb things. So because I have this opportunity to do this, I'm going to just kind of snipe them from a bit of a distance. And that would be one of the things that's really nice about using the control stick for aiming, is that you get very precise aim. Okay, so I mean, about the nicest thing here is Tectonic Drill. And it's not exactly a projectile, but I don't know, it might be better just to either save my money or put it towards another relic to power up the merchant's cart. Oh, jeez. Silly mimic. What, did you expect me to say the tricks are for kids part? Come on. You know me better than that. I'm only going to imply that part. Well, with only one cursed arcana, Anchor of Burden isn't really that useful. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything here that I would really want to take. I mean, I know Double Trouble is powerful, but it also lowers your defense to, crap level proportions, and any mistake you make is liable to kill you. I'm leaning towards Jeremiah's Needle, but at the same time, I don't know if that's a really good idea. Once again, it might be better just to see if there's anything here that's worthwhile. Which the answer is no. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and take Jeremiah's Needle. But yeah, minus 25% critical hit chance, that's very devastating to one's case. Alright. So at this point, because of Jeremiah's Needle, it doesn't really matter what I take. Just wondering if this is the best option for the twins. However, I'll take it for now, but there's always going to be that little nagging little bit in the back of your mind of, what if you find a better one? And obviously, if I find Violent Thornstorm, that's going to go right over that. But, don't get me wrong, I do like me some Tectonic Drill. Apparently so does Iris. Alright, fine, I'll take the Tectonic Drill upgrade, because the game wants me to use it. Darn. Alright, we'll definitely want to come back for the Curse Eater's Mask. Yeah, lowering critical hit chance by 25% is pretty devastating. I'm wondering if perhaps before the Phantom update, that critical hit chance thing was lesser, but okay, so then. Bubble Slaps. I mean, it's hard to turn that down. Ow. Oh, you and your Ignition Rush. So far, so good, but yeah, I kind of feel like taking Jeremiah's Needle was a mistake. So I mean, take that decision with a grain of salt. You might not want to do that in my shoes. See, normally that room ruins me, so I'm very happy with my performance there. Nice. Lotus Froststone is getting work done, boy! See, when you know what you're getting yourself into in any particular room, it's easy to plan for that. Like, I was well aware of what was going to happen in that room, and definitely took advantage of that. Pardon me. Curse Eater's Mask. And family seal. Alright, cool. I don't need that. Now, I am going to switch the drill to the bubble slaps. For pretty obvious reasons. Alright, family seal, definitely a good idea. And I don't even care about that. So I don't often make a big deal about the use of Mag Sphere, but it can make things real nice. Just having a nice big magnetic dome to defend yourself against projectiles can nullify some threats near entirely. And it's a beautiful thing to throw those fireballs right back in an aggressive mage's face. Or to be able to tell the archers, hey, not today, buddy. Apparently it doesn't work against these guys, and I was worried about that. Alright, and I've got a signature Aqua Breaker to use for a room just like this one. I mean, that still kinda worked. Now this is what I was afraid of. The electric enemies, I'm pretty sure none of what they are doing is going to count as a projectile for purposes of Mag Sphere. So that decreased usefulness for... Hold on. There we go. Don't be afraid to use the control stick if you're using a pad. It can be your best friend. Hun, are you selling me an upgraded Cascading Blitz when I already have an upgraded Cascading Blitz? Like, that just seems really stupid. Now, one thing that I am thinking is that I probably want that bouncing bubble to deal with Sura's crap. God damn, it's just mimics everywhere. having a good time here. Also, yes, I see the armor breed there. I'm just not 100% sure that that's something I want to go with. Also, feel free to say hello to the train in the background. I oftentimes forget about those just because they come through here so frequently. Like you'd think I lived in a Chicago flat, but no. Like, there's really nothing here that's all that great, but, I mean, it's there. Okay, thinking about it. But it's not exactly what I wanted. This was not... Okay, for some reason I just completely blanked that out of my mind. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I even want to purchase aside from Bouncing Bubble, and do I want to give up Mag Sphere for that? Trick question, the answer is yes. Despite what I said, despite all the positive things that I just said about Mag Sphere, please understand that all of that is good and all, but it comes with some caveats, and probably one of the biggest ones is that Mag Sphere doesn't really help you much against the Sura fights, since very little to nothing of what he does actually qualifies as a projectile. Alright, and I am in a bit of a gambling mood, especially since I do have Curse Eater's Mask, so... Wait. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so you're gonna take Binary Splashdown. Let's see what our boy offers us. A lot of things that really aren't that good against the twins. Not gonna lie. Yeah, not taking any of that. Sorry, Nocturne. And now, in order to get my friggin' bubbles back, I have to take another hit, because for some reason the game thought it'd be funny to drop that just right over a hole. Definitely not cool. Look, we've got this armor for you in Binary Splashdown. We know you really like that, right? All you have to do is sacrifice yourselves to the gods of gravity. Get it? There we go. You've got some nerve shooting me point blank with an arrow. Hey, who do you think you are, Legolas? You have to cut that shit out. Definitely want that. And I'm thinking I definitely want Jade's Chakra Locket, too. Like, the only thing that I'm going to maybe be upset about is if I can't muster up enough money to pay for the Bouncing Bubble upgrade. That's assuming that Iris even allows that. And no, she isn't, so... I see you there, Glass Cannon. +9, +9. It's very nice. Doesn't quite make up for the basically having no critical hit chance now because of Jeremiah's Needle, but it's nice. So that makes me wonder, is Jeremiah's Needle basically useless at this point? Like, is the penalty for Jeremiah's Needle now too great, or is that still something that can be overcome with a decent amount of critical hit chance boost? And of course, Singing Bowl will make the whole thing moot, but I'm pointing it out because it's something that's worth thinking about. Like, I'm not sure if Jeremiah's Needle works well with, you know, like say a Dark Katana build. Like, will that still let you do your thing? Ow. Oh, and here comes the Mimic. Oh man, you do these things to me. Okay, hold on. So, I think I'm going to drop the Axe for the Mimic. I'm going to drop that for the Mimic, since my critical hit chance is kinda not worth a damn anymore. And I'll drop that for the Mimic. Alright, so now we're gonna come up here and drop everything else. Alright. Sweet. Alright. Oh, it's just beautiful. Such a beautiful collection of things. Though now I wonder if I had held on to the Chaos Visor, would I have enough critical hit chance to overcome Jeremiah's Needle? I think the answer to that question is, not really, but it's worth thinking about. Yeah, I just think the penalty for Jeremiah's Needle is too great. I'm not saying there shouldn't be a penalty, but yeah, minus 25%, like that basically means that it's only useful if you have Lord, I'm just getting my ass kicked. Excellent. I mean, nice, but you're not going to help me nullify the Null Flash agent, so see ya! Fiery paintbrush, you're the best. Okay, I was intending to put on the bubbles, but my brain said, eh. Gotta get rid of you. There we go. Alright, so now, let's go ahead and do that. And of all the things you could be offering me, so at this point I'm thinking I don't even care about the Frost Paint upgrade. Like, had she offered that to me earlier in the run? Like, I don't remember. But I'm going to pick that up just to have another relic in my inventory for the merchant's cart. No, you're not doing third phase, not with this build. Excellent. Oh, I'm done. Help. And there we go. Let's charge it on up. It's funny, we also had the tectonic drill for the other version of charge, which is wow! Get 'em, man! And then the drill just carries you. Alright, so that is another build recommendation down, and I think tomorrow I'm going to do another spotlight because there is a particular arcana I've been looking to check out. But hey, thank you guys very much for your support. Still working on my Super Sewer strategy. The last time I fought him, he kind of smashed my face in, so still working on it. Don't worry, you'll know when I eventually do it, so... But again, thank you very much for your support. It means a lot to me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, leave, comment. Check out my social media, links to which will be in the description below. And hey, don't forget about Wizard of Metal. It's coming up in just a few days, so make sure you vote in the poll for which song you want me to use for the form of the wizard. And if you have recommendations, by all means, let me know. I prefer the recommendations be in my Discord under the Wizard of Metal tab, but if you have recommendations at all, you can always just put them in the YouTube comments and I'll add them to the Discord myself. So, again, if you have a song that you want me to turn into a theme run, don't be afraid to let this guy know. So, all of my plugs out of the way now. Again, thank you guys very much. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you. trying to stop the current recording. I guess sometimes the same tricks don't always work. Okay, now I'm actually going now. Bye.